Before gods feared rebellion, before demons feared justice, there was a child born from lightning, fire, and a prophecy the heavens tried to bury. Thunder rolled across the skies of the Shang dynasty. Not ordinary thunder, the kind that made mountains tremble and temples fall silent. Inside a fortress in Changtang Pass, General Li Jing paced like a caged tiger, while his wife, Lady Yin, struggled through a birth unlike any the world had seen. But this was no ordinary pregnancy. It had lasted 3 years and 6 months. Whispers filled the halls. A demon child, a cursed spirit, a punishment from heaven. Then, a scream. Not from the mother, from the sky itself. Lightning struck the palace roof, and Lady Yin gave birth. Not to a baby, but to a glowing sphere of flesh and fire. General Li Jing drew his sword instantly. Steel flashed. With one strike, he split the sphere open, and from it rolled a laughing child, a boy with eyes like burning stars. This was Nezha, and destiny had already begun to fear him. From the moment he could walk, strange things followed Nezha. Storms bent around him, weapons trembled in his hands. Even the gods watched. One of them descended from the heavens, the immortal master Taiyi Zhenren. He studied the boy carefully. Then he smiled. This child, he said quietly, was not meant to be born, but the universe allowed it anyway. Taiyi gave Nezha 3 sacred weapons. The universe ring, a golden ring that could crush mountains. The red armillary sash, a living ribbon that obeyed his will. The wind-fire wheels, blazing wheels that let him fly across the skies. But power is never free, and heaven keeps records. Hidden deep in the celestial archives was an ancient prophecy. It read, "The child of fire will shatter the balance between heaven, sea, and earth." And the first to fear that prophecy were the dragon kings of the 4 seas. One scorching afternoon, Nezha wandered to the shore. He was still only a child. Curious, restless, dangerous. The sea was calm. Too calm. Nezha dipped his red armillary sash into the water and spun it playfully. But the sash was no toy. It churned the ocean like a divine storm. Tidal waves erupted. The seafloor shook. Deep below, in a palace of coral and bones, the Dragon King of the East Sea, Ao Guang, felt the disturbance. Fury ignited. He sent his son, Ao Bing, a dragon prince clad in white armor. Ao Bing rose from the sea like a living storm. Who dares disturb the ocean of dragons? Nezha looked up, smiling. A dragon? He laughed. I've never fought one before. The battle was brutal. Lightning against fire, ocean against sky. But Nezha was something unnatural, something forbidden. With the universe ring, he shattered Ao Bing's armor. With the red sash, he dragged the dragon prince from the sky. And before the sea itself could react, Nezha killed him. Then, without fear, without hesitation, he tore out the dragon's tendon. A trophy, a weapon, a warning. The ocean fell silent, but the heavens did not. Ao Guang screamed with grief. His son, dead, killed by a mortal child. The Dragon Kings gathered, 4 ancient rulers of the seas. Their anger darkened the skies across the world. They marched to heaven and demanded justice. If the boy lives, Ao Guang roared, we will drown the human world. The Jade Emperor hesitated, but the dragons were ancient. Their power controlled storms, tides, and floods. So the heavens made a decision, a cruel one. They ordered General Li Jing to answer for his son's crime. The message was clear. 1 life, or millions would drown. Nezha heard everything. The accusations, the threats, the fear. He looked at his parents, his mother trembling, his father torn between duty and love. And for the first time, the wild child was silent. Then Nezha spoke. I caused this. He stepped forward. But the world will not suffer for me. He raised a blade and said the words that would echo through myth for thousands of years. I return my flesh to my mother and my bones to my father. Then he cut his own throat. The child of fire fell. The sky wept. The sea calmed. But the story was not over. Master Taiyi Zhenren refused to accept Nezha's death. In secret, he gathered lotus roots, sacred mud, and divine magic. From these materials, he rebuilt the boy's body. A body not made of flesh, but of lotus and spirit. Nezha awakened again. Stronger, faster, more dangerous. No longer just a child. Now he was something new. A warrior born from death itself. But resurrection came with consequences. When Nezha returned home, his father attacked him. Li Jing believed the boy had become a demon, a monster wearing his son's face. Father and son fought beneath the sky filled with thunder. Steel clashed against divine weapons, hatred against destiny. Until finally, heaven intervened. The gods themselves recognized the truth. Nezha was no demon, no curse. He was something rarer, a protector born from chaos. Nezha rose into the sky on his wind-fire wheels, flames trailing across the horizon. The dragons feared him, demons whispered his name, and even the gods watched carefully, because the prophecy had never been destroyed, only delayed. The archives of heaven still held one final line. The child of fire will become a god. The balance of the 3 realms will change forever. Some call Nezha a hero. Some call him a rebel. Others call him a weapon the universe created by mistake. But one truth remains. The heavens tried to erase him. The sea tried to drown him. Even death tried to claim him. And Nezha still returned. Because some legends are not meant to die. They are meant to burn forever.